Scott is the highest drafted Division III quarterback in professional football history. In this exclusive interview, Bryan shares pivotal moments from his journey, revealing the challenges faced during high school and college that shaped his resilience in pursuing his football passion. Join us as we delve into Bryan's story, exploring the influence of his grandfather, Major General James H. Patterson, his leadership experiences, the dynamics of balancing life between Los Angeles and Toronto, and his vision for inspiring and mentoring others to achieve the impossible. Thank you so much, Bryan Scott, for taking this time to share this space, to share your story. Thank you so much.
No, thank you so much for having me, Allié. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Well, let's get right in, because Bryan, your journey to becoming the highest drafted Division III quarterback in the history of professional football is, well, it's remarkable. Can you take us through some key moments or challenges that stand out in your mind, particularly during high school and college, where you had to overcome adversity to pursue your passion for football?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even you just saying those words about the highest draft and everything, it's crazy. It's very humbling. And yeah, just to take you through my journey, how it all started in high school, just being kind of the guy that was a little bit smaller, maybe not, the chosen one, as you would call it, as the guy that was supposed to be the quarterback or supposed to accomplish the thing that you just mentioned. So just for me, I think it was the adversity, dealing with such adversity as a freshman, being 5'2", and having to earn everything. I think just something that I've been able to look back on in my time now and where I'm at is I'm extremely thankful for that time, because it's built me into who I am now. So just going into my senior year of high school, I was always the short little kid that just had a dream and had a vision of all I wanted was to be the starting quarterback for my high school. And I was able to work really, really hard and to accomplish or to overcome a lot of adversity when I was younger. So I was able to do that. And but it didn't stop there. We lose our first 3 games in my senior season. So I'm bummed, I'm like, oh, maybe I didn't, maybe this isn't what I wanted. But after that game, I kind of flipped a switch and we won 13 games straight to win our first state championship in 50 years. So being able to accomplish that and was definitely something that I still hold dear to my heart. So yeah, I loved it. I loved having to go through all those things, and it's kind of shaped me into the man that I am today.
Mm-hmm. So there are some who work hard and who find a win in the end. But you, Bryan, and you just mentioned one of them, have worked hard and found wins at every level.
Yeah.
So what has been instrumental in being able to be a champion at every level that you've played at?
Yeah, I mean, even just tying back in your last question, Allie, something that I'm able to look back on and be grateful for it, even though it was hard, was just going into my freshman year of college, being 17 years old, right? Just young. I was like, okay, I'm coming off this crazy year where all I wanted was to be the starting high school quarterback. We end up winning. And then all of a sudden I snap my fingers, I'm playing college football. So it's like, well, how did all this happen, right? And then all of a sudden I go to college and I'm starting as a freshman because a guy gets injured and I'm 17 years old and now I have to lead 22-year-old men. So have to flip that switch and say, okay, like, all right, Bryan, you don't have time to, learn and blah, blah, blah. You're getting thrown right into the fire. But I think having to go through what I did in high school, and it kind of made me ready for that situation, as ready as I could be. I think I learned every single year things I could get better at from a leadership standpoint, or how to win or become a better quarterback. But I think God throughout my life has given me opportunities to lead and to do it the right way. So I think how I've been able to be successful and win at every level, Allie, is just creating that family atmosphere, creating that culture with the guys, creating that I'm just one of you guys. I might be the quarterback, but I come from such a humble beginning of just wanting to be that, not really spoke like I'm not going to sit here and say I was born to do this. No, it's just something that I feel in my heart. I just want to be a good teammate. I want to be a good leader. I want to give you guys as much as I can of myself so that we are successful. So building that family, building that culture. And we used to call it the foxhole mentality where it's like, hey, we're in this together.
Hmm.
Like there might be, 12 of us against 100, and we're going to get this done because, I believe, you believe in me. And just creating that true belief in one another, I think is why I've been able to be successful.
Hmm. Hmm. The path. I mean, let's talk about the path. The path that you took to professional sports was, well, it was different. It was not the traditional way forward. In finding your way, you used invisible superpowers to find pride, an alternative path. If you wouldn't mind, please do tell us about these superpowers that can't necessarily be seen but known.
Yeah. Well, yeah, thank you for calling them that. But I'm wearing the D3 hat today, so I found pride later in life about where I went to school, and I think for me it's just the mental strength, um, and going through the challenges, and then having the trust and belief, obviously in God's plan, but the trust and belief in my why too. I think, and when you initially reached out to me and wanting to talk and tell my story, the biggest thing that I wanted to share is I don't want to go through my entire story of football and my career. I want to make an impact on other people's lives. And if people can see me and say, "Oh, well, Bryan can do it," and Bryan's a Division III football player, how is he playing professional? Well, Bryan was a short little kid in high school. I'm able to accomplish that. I'm not here to like just tell this great football story of Bryan's a good quarterback. I feel like my story was bigger than that. My story was I was able to find my why. I was able to find my purpose and my passion. I don't wake up at any point in my day and say, I'm not living my dream. This is what I wanted from my life. And I had this vision and this true belief that this is what I wanted. So I just feel extremely blessed and extremely grateful that I found my why. So talking to younger kids or talking to people like in the everyday workforce who are challenged and what do you want to do for the rest of your life, right? And why do you want to do it? Why are you studying till 1 in the morning in the library in college? Well, I want to have a great job or I want to be a doctor. And at least you want to be a doctor. It's not, oh, why am I in here or why am I doing this? It's, I want to be a doctor or I want to be a lawyer or I want to get straight A's in high school because I want to go to Harvard. Well, you can't go to Harvard. You're not smart enough or you don't speak well enough. But if you find your why and you are willing to do whatever it takes and have that true belief in yourself that you can get it done, then I'm a true example of that.
Absolutely. And I love how you talk about the why and that it's not when you get to the point where you're not asking why, you're just knowing why.
Oh, yeah. I was talking to these little kids the other day, and it's like, all right, guys, how many people want to go to the NFL? They all raise their hand, right? And it's like, okay, you want to go to the NFL. Why do you want to go to the NFL? Nobody gave me an answer. So I
Mm.
said, okay, if you were to run 150 laps and you're about to throw up and you're like, God, I don't want to do this anymore. That thing that creeps into your head, like I said, okay, you got to do 2 more reps. Well, okay, what? And then that thing that switches in your head. Well, I'm going to do 2 more reps because I want to buy my mom a house, or I want to do 2 more reps because I want these guys to believe in me or to see me as a leader, or I want to do 2 more reps because this person told me they didn't believe in me. That's your why. And where you're about to quit and you need to find that extra switch. I think the sooner you can find that in your life, I think the better off you'll be.
Absolutely agree. Let's talk about family for a moment. Your grandfather, Major General James H. Patterson, notable figure in the Aviation Hall of Fame. How has his influence shaped your mindset and your approach to life, both on and off the field?
Yeah, I mean that's my hero, just plain and simple. Um, Him and my dad are my heroes, but the parallels between myself and my grandfather are simply just, quarterback in general is one and the same. One's a lot more brave and badass and all the things you want to say, right? So I'm nowhere near his level of heroism, but I think what I found for me is in general, everything's going wrong. Things, people are fighting and everyone's nervous and panicking, and you're in these crazy situations. And who do the people next to you look at? They were looking at my grandfather. What are you going to do? Are you panicked? Are you worried? How are you going to act in this moment? And he was always very calm and he rose to the moment. So something my mom always used to say to me, whether it's in sports or life, like, Bryan, you need to rise up, be there, be in the moment, take over the moment. That's something that I'm extremely thankful for him, and as well as my mom, just finding that peace and that calm in the most hectic moments. You know, I've been able to do that with football, where there's 30,000 people, cheering against me to lose the game, but I'm sitting in there and I'm just calm and I'm going to rise to the moment for the people next to me. I always found that in my career, I was able to do that because I know why I wanted to get it done. And I wanted to get it done for the four people in the stands cheering for me to score the touchdown, which is my family, or the 11 guys in the huddle with me looking at, well, Bryan, how are you going to react?
Hmm.
Hey, guys, I'm with you. I'm here for you. We're going to go get this done. No matter how many people think we're not, we're going to go get this done because I believe and you guys believe in me. So the parallels between my grandfather and I would say the most is that is just our ability to rise up in the moment and be there for the people that need us the most. So obviously, another thing on that is just off the field, right? Or off, obviously, the battlefield for my grandfather is they call him James H. Patterson. It was always General Patterson. He didn't just stop being a general when he, wasn't at work. He was just a general every day of life. And I feel that way about myself. I'm a quarterback. Being a quarterback isn't just on the field, it's off the field, the burden that you have as well. So that's something that I take pride on, something that I want. I want that for my life. I want to be the general off the field, just as he was.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing all of that. So you, Bryan, you're recognized for your leadership skills and ability to connect with people from diverse backgrounds. Can you share an instance where your leadership played a crucial role in your team's success? And then after that, besides that, how do you approach building connections with those who come from different walks of life?
I think on the last part you just shared, just being able to connect with everybody, I'm just myself. And I would encourage anybody out there to just be yourself. And I think people will always gravitate to the person that is genuinely and truly confident in themselves, no matter what it is, right? You could put me anywhere on any field or any classroom or any church, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to be myself. And so I would encourage everyone out there to just go out there and be yourself, be who you are, or be the person you want to be, but always stay true to your character, your morals, and the things that you see fit for your life. And then after my freshman year of college, I was selected to play for my country, Team USA. And obviously, we just talked about my grandfather too, which was an extreme honor for me to play for my country. And so they picked the best athletes under 19 in the nation, and I happen to be one of them. So we go all the way to Kuwait, which is in the Middle East, and it's 120 degrees weather. We're playing at midnight in a different country during Ramadan, which is just insane, things happening all around us. We're 18 years old, we're close to Iraq. I mean, it's just insane things going on, right? But a way that I was able to find success is just not worried about the other stuff. Like we just talked about, just being there for your teammates, being there for your troops, really. And I think one of the really cool things that we did as a team is we went to the army base in Kuwait, where we were able to actually meet and talk to some of the troops that were fighting the battle so that we could play this great game. So going into the gold medal game, it was us versus Canada. And it was kind of like, okay, this is, we're kind of supposed to win. We're USA playing American football, right? I don't play the first half. We're losing 14-7. And the guys are kind of panicking, like, oh gosh, we just spent 6 weeks of our lives for nothing and we're going to come home with a silver medal. That's not really okay. And so, coach opted to put me in the game, and I just say, hey guys, we got this. Like, we got it. We're going to be all right. We're going to do this. And I was able to score 5 straight touchdowns coming out of the third quarter. Um, and the craziest thing about all that is I felt like it was going to happen, like the night before. Like, I felt like this situation was just going to happen, and it ended up happening. So it was kind of, in a way, God getting me ready for that moment. And still, me being 27 now, just looking back on that's probably one of the greatest achievements I've ever had, just because winning a gold medal in front of our Army troops, right, in a foreign country, and to win the gold medal for all those guys on my team was just unbelievable, like feeling for me, and unbelievable. We still all stay in touch. It was damn near 10 years ago. So it just tells you the importance of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely one of the most special moments of my life, for sure, for many reasons.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So as long as we're talking about different locations, when our lives happen, let's talk about the fact that you're living in LA and playing professionally in Toronto. So these are places in the midst of two major global entertainment hubs. So my question here is, how do you balance the demands of professional sports in Toronto with the
Yeah.
lifestyle and the expectations of living in LA? I mean, are there specific challenges or opportunities, on the other hand, that arise from being part of both of these dynamic and influential cities?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, born and raised Southern California, went to college in Los Angeles, played a little bit with the Rams, and then now all of a sudden I'm playing in Toronto. I just feel extremely grateful. I don't feel like it's a burden. I don't feel like, oh gosh, it's two huge places. No, I just feel like there's great pros to each place. And, obviously feel super blessed to have spent, my life here in the great weather in LA, and the people and the opportunities, and to kind of grow up here. But as well, just last season being in Toronto, I met so many great people. Like that's one thing. I was like, oh, I'm kind of going to another country, and what's it going to be like? And I just fell in love with the people in that city. I just feel like extremely blessed that I get to live on the West Coast and East Coast in two great places. So definitely opportunities are there. But what I just me personally, what I look forward to the most is just I like interacting with people. I like if I can make an impact on a young kid's life in Toronto by having them watch me play or sign something, like that's really cool for me. So I have nothing but great things to say about both places.
Nice, nice. So your goal, I've got this one last question for you. Your goal is to help the everyday person achieve the impossible, not just in sports, but in various aspects of life. So, final question for you today is, how do you envision your story will inspire and help to mentor others?
Yeah. Ultimately, like that's why I want to be sitting down and talking with you today. Is my story is my story. It's well documented, but I really just wanted to share my experiences, the things that I went through, and the different journey that I took to get where I'm at now. And for the younger people out there in all aspects of life, like it's okay to take the different path. Like it's okay to rely, or if someone tells you no, if someone says, well, this isn't the way your life is supposed to go, you can't do this, or you shouldn't do this. Yes, you can. And having that purpose and knowing your purpose and knowing your why, as we talked about earlier, like find that. Find why you're doing what you're doing. And if it's true to your heart and that's what you want to do, then go get it and do whatever it takes to go get it. So I think, finding that purpose and then having the true passion where you can not wake up every day, I don't want to go to work or I don't want to do this. I never wake up and I feel that. I wake up and I look forward to beating myself yesterday, being the best version of myself every day because I know my why, and I think it's okay to change that sometimes too. Like, I think if you were to ask me 6 years ago, Bryan, why are you doing what you're doing? just to prove, oh, I want to prove everybody wrong. I want to prove the people that said I wouldn't be a pro football player, that I'm a pro football player, or that I wouldn't go to the NFL. Like now for me, it's proven the five to six people that told me I could. Now when I don't want to do anymore, I think about them. Right? I think about those people that wanted me to be successful, that thought I would be here.
Mm.
Right? So just finding that why and truly believing in it and having that true belief in yourself and your work ethic and your dream and your vision for your life, I feel like you'll be a much happier person, as well as just being able to be truly yourself and to be able to connect with other people from all aspects of life. So everybody, I just want you to go chase your dream, chase your vision for your life, find that why, and attack it every day.
Absolutely. And I love what you just said there. It used to be that it was about proving your adversaries wrong, but now you're looking back and you're saying, no, I want to prove those who believed in me right.
Right.
And what a beautiful, how beautiful. Thank you so much for taking this time to share your story, to share this space again. And thank you for helping all of us become a bit more aware now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Al. I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.